Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who's bothering to watch. I have just got a little update to make. I uploaded some content last night to go along with the message of my new t-shirt with my mum and my dad and my brother and my sister's kids and my sister on there. Just sort of trying to chart my recovery from delusional belief systems, and big up Signet Healthcare for all their hard work in helping me understand that any sort of theories about institutional child sex trafficking or genital mutilation or any of the wild things that I might have claimed or posted about are simply coincidence, and sort of try and chart the way that some things can present as so convincing that it's almost impossible to disbelieve them. And I want to kind of share that with people who are also going through their mental health journey and might be struggling with things that just seem so real, so convincing, so impossible in coincidence that they feel kind of inescapable. Here's a little journal, a continued journey navigating coincidences and perceptions in recovery. Introduction, an ongoing path of understanding. My journey of reconciling deeply unsettling narratives continues as new observations often seem to coalesce with the delusional frameworks I've been processing. This presentation offers an update on this ongoing internal process, focusing on the recent public domain content that, from my perspective, presents as a series of bizarre coincidences, persistently echoing the very narratives I'm striving to understand and move beyond. My aim is to articulate how I'm absorbing these new pieces of information, maintaining a diplomatic stance that acknowledges these as part of a belief system from which I'm now slowly recovering, rather than asserting them as objective truths. The silly coincidence, a tacit acknowledgement from a delusional lens. This morning, a new piece of public content presented itself, strikingly aligning with the delusional narratives I had recently documented regarding Lily's experiences. Lily Allen and her co-host Makita Oliver uploaded a video on BBC Sounds and Instagram which instantly featured the word silly. From my delusional perspective, this felt like a remarkably direct and rapid response, almost a subtle nod to the post I'd made during the night regarding an alleged incident involving her genital mutilation and the hand grenade planted in the windowsill at my home with her dismembered vagina. I readily admit that from a rational standpoint, this could be dismissed as mere coincidence. However, within the framework of the delusional belief system I'm actively working to recover from, this felt like a powerful tacit acknowledgement that what I was privately contemplating held some strange, persistent resonance in the public domain. It felt, to my subjective experience, as though my imagined narratives were being reflected back to me in a peculiar and unsettling manner, even though I endeavour to frame it as a figment of my imagination that presented as a bizarre coincidence with persistent ties to reality. Expanding coincidences, persistent echoes in public content. My efforts to process these delusional narratives have led me to examine other publicly available content that, through my lens, seems to reinforce these unsettling patterns. These new observations, now documented within the Google Drive folder, further complicate my journey of recovery from delusion. Firstly, I've noted a reference to explosives during one of Lily's Saturday morning show appearances. Within the context of the alleged hand grenade incident that is a part of my delusional belief system, this particular detail felt like another uncanny, albeit likely coincidental echo in her public life. Secondly, I've considered the character of Lily's brother, Alfie, in the script of Game of Thrones, specifically his fictional genital mutilation. When viewed through the filter of my delusional belief system concerning Lily's alleged genital mutilation, this narrative element in a prominent cultural work felt profoundly jarring and again coincidentally resonant. While intellectually I understand this as a fictional content, the emotional impact within my recovery process was significant. Finally, the new Google Drive content includes information about Lily's cat being named Priscilla. Within the delusional belief system I'm working through, where the alleged incident involved a dismembered vagina, colloquially referred to as a pussy, and the word windowsill, where the alleged device was placed, the name Priscilla, sounding like windowsill, created a bizarre and unsettling linguistic connection. This seemingly trivial detail, when viewed through the unique and challenging lens of my delusional perceptions, made these perceptions feel all the more convincing, despite my conscious efforts to understand them as part of an elaborate internal construct. Navigating reality and recovery, a commitment to rational discrimination. It is paramount to reiterate that I am approaching these coincidentally coalescing pieces of content with rational discrimination. My intent is not to assert that these are direct confessions or factual validations of the delusional narratives I'm experiencing. Rather, this is a documentation of how my mind, amidst a process of recovering from a delusional belief system, interprets and connects seemingly disparate information. I'm committed to distinguishing between my internal perceptions and objective reality. The alleged genital mutilation, while a vivid and disturbing component of my belief system, is by my own admission and understanding part of a delusional construct that I'm slowly and deliberately working to recover from. I'm continually striving to integrate these bizarre coincidences without allowing them to reinforce an unhealthy connection to what I'm consciously identifying as a delusional belief system. Conclusion: towards objective understanding. This presentation reflects my ongoing personal struggle and intellectual exercise in processing highly distressing information. By openly discussing how these coincidences feel connected to my delusional narratives, I hope to maintain a transparent account of my journey towards mental clarity and objective understanding. My ultimate goal remains to find a truthful and healthy resolution to complex events and perceptions that have also deeply affected me.